In 1991, I received a phone call that my father was dying. I left the bookstore and drove to the hospital. When I arrived in his room, it was crowded with people. Everyone was talking, not to my father, but to each other. Loud conversations, nervousness. I asked that everyone leave the room and wait in the waiting room. And they could come one at a time and say goodbye to my father. They all chose to stay in the waiting room, except for his sister Ruth and my mother's sister Evelyn. And they each came to the room and sat for a while with us. My father told me that he did not want to be a burden on my mother. My father was 11 years older than my mother, and I think he worried for many years that when he got older he would be a burden. He said that he had lived a full life and it was time to die. And he asked if I could help him arrange with the doctors and nurses to allow this to happen. They moved us to a private room, and I had my mother and my sisters one at a time hold my father's hand and speak to him, to say what they needed to say before he passed. We all four of us sat there for 2 days before he passed, with a horrible death rattle in his chest. He was looking directly at me, eye-to-eye contact, when he passed from this life. My father was a quiet man, a gentle man, a man who lived his life with dignity. And he died with the same dignity, teaching a lesson to me and to my sisters on how to die on your own terms and with dignity. Another day in the life of Harold.